Hey guys, this is Ron here, RA Quarter Horses 1. You can find my channel by typing in the search engine of YouTube, RAQTR Horses 1. Should bring you right to my channel. I also have a Facebook group. It's called Northwest Bama Gun Rights. Anybody in the state of Alabama, especially in Northwest Alabama and Winston, Marion, and Franklin counties, I would recommend you coming to this group. We do support BamaCarry.org, and that's what this video is about. Bama Carry had a 2013 state legislative meeting. It was in reference to gun rights, of course, but there was a few things that was addressed there that we're having problems with here in the state. Well, first of all, I want to apologize for the shakiness of the video. I got halfway to Northport where the meeting was being held and realized I had left my camcorder at home. So I had to video with my cell phone, and it is a little shaky, and at times I apologize for that. And the battery died before I got halfway through the meeting. You did get the gist of the meeting, and I would appreciate everybody within the state watching it. It'll be required watching, I think, for every city council member in the state of Alabama, as well as all the ones in the state legislature, just to see where the people stand on gun rights here in Alabama. Now, I agree Northport is a little ways from where I live, but Bama Carry and also Alabama Open Carry are the largest gun rights organization in the state, and there's a large movement there in the Tuscaloosa Northport area at this time, and I do believe what happens there is going to have great impact on the whole state, and for that reason I am a part of it and try to attend their meetings. But anyway, if y'all will, take the time to watch this. I know it is quite lengthy, but you'll get quite a bit of valuable information, and you'll see how the state is, the situation we're facing right now, and hopefully how we're fighting it. Again, thank y'all. Visit my YouTube channel, rate, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I know this video is basically mainly for Alabama, but most of my videos aren't. Most of my videos are for everybody in the whole world that can read English and understand English. But I welcome y'all to subscribe to my channel. And also, if you are in Alabama, I recommend you join our group, Northwest Bama Gun Rights, as well as Bama Carry, which is also on Facebook. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on with this video. It's quite lengthy. I appreciate y'all's patience, and I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch it. Remember my motto, tough times don't last, tough people do. Hey, guys, this is Ron here, RA Quarter Horses 1. It's January 22nd here. We're in Northport Civic Center. The Bama Carry group having a meeting. This is the state legislative kickoff meeting. It still lacks about, I think about 15 minutes before we're supposed to start. We're kind of dealing with a problem tonight. Got several, I think about officers outside the building. No firearm signs on the door. Like Northport City Council passed an ordinance saying that there's no firearms allowed in city property. Now, everybody that's from Alabama that has anything to do with gun rights know that that is a completely illegal law that they have done, and but they're trying to enforce it and trying to push their weight. So nobody's open carrying here tonight. I'm sure there's many concealed carrying, but they got a permit, and their permit doesn't say anything about carrying in city buildings, and I guess they're okay as long as it ain't get seen. But anyway, this is the largest infringement of our rights that I have seen since I have been open carrying for over a year and a half now. But anyway, it just happens tonight we're meeting with a bunch of state legislatures before the state legislature session begins. in about a week and a half, and voicing our concerns and actually just talking to them about different things that's going to come up. But this is definitely one right here. State law says that only the state legislature can make laws limiting firearms, yet this local municipality right here has went and done it themselves. This is a problem. It's infringing of our rights, and it's highly illegal. The only difference is because it's a city, they think they can get away with it, and there's nobody to punish them. So it's a problem right now. We've got cities in this state, and this one right here is the latest one that's trying to infringe on our rights and force the issues and make their own laws like they're King George or something. And it's completely wrong. And this is what this whole group is here for, fighting against. You know, you see all these gentlemen, if you happen to see anybody here, these ladies and gentlemen who recognize any of them, shake their hand and thank them for being here tonight, supporting your rights and ours. I hope that this year is a big change in our state about gun rights, and I hope it definitely is in our favor. If this is not this is the biggest infringement of my rights as I've been through so far. You know, law enforcement sitting out there looking at you like you're criminals when you come in, law-abiding citizens. It's a shame. You know, they got a paddy wagon parked out back waiting. We'll see, guys. Next video may be in the getting out of jail. Let's hope not. Carry on. I meant to say, not only with the 20 law enforcement we also have Fox 6 News here, Channel 42 CBS News, and Channel 13 NBC News here tonight. So we definitely drew some attention tonight. I just hope that they don't get their money's worth on their news media tonight. But y'all can look around. There's several people here, and anything notice right there? I feel safe, don't you?
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a short invocation. God, we thank you for this time we have to come together and talk about our freedoms and express our views and concerns to our lawmakers. We ask you to bless us in a way that only you can. In your name, amen.
Amen.
One of our senators is just a little bit late, but he's on his way. He was in Coley 10 minutes ago maybe, but he'll be here. Senator Allen's with us now. But let me just take just a few minutes to tell you a little bit about Bama Carry. And I'd just like to start by reading our mission statement. Bama Carry exists to educate and inform citizens concerning their rights protected by the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Alabama. Bama Carry centers around the right to keep and bear arms, of course, and we strive to restore, protect, and maintain these rights given to us by our Creator and protected by our Constitution. And we proudly defend the constitutional rights of Alabama citizens to carry a weapon in defense of self and state in the manner that they choose, whether that manner be openly or whether it be concealed. As you know, right now, we're involved in a gun battle on the federal level, and Bama Carry is mostly concerned with states' rights. But at this time, we're keeping our members informed with the current federal issues also. And I'm sure you've heard we have gun rights in Alabama, and you'd be right in saying that. However, there's much that needs changing in our state law. And I'd like to mention just a few things that Bama Carry would like to see changed. One thing that we are concerned about is the fact that Alabamans are restricted from carrying a pistol in their vehicle without a permit. Every state that touches Alabama, you can carry a pistol in your vehicle without a permit. Now, I think there's only 11 states that don't allow that. And some of those states you can't even have a gun at all. Alabama requires a permit if you have a pistol in your vehicle. We feel this is a tax on constitutional right that restricts your right to exercise said right. Why do I feel that way? Because that's the only right that we have in our Alabama Constitution. You have to pay to exercise. When you buy a handgun from a dealer, you may carry it home. If that's the only place you can carry it without a permit. We feel like this is wrong. If Grandma wants to take her pistol to the range and shoot it, she ought not have to pay a $20 fine to the sheriff of Tuscaloosa County to do that. And bear in mind, no state in the southeast has that. Only Alabama. We might also note that this restriction is based in racism. In past years, blacks were not issued permits, so they couldn't carry a pistol to a demonstration. Every gun law can be traced to racism. Gun laws have always been used to discriminate against a class or a race of people. The Alabama Sheriff's Association is vehemently against doing away with the law requiring you to have a permit within a vehicle. We have trouble understanding this. We don't understand why the Alabama Sheriff's Association, who are sworn to uphold and protect the Constitution, will be against this. The Alabama Sheriff's Association is all the sheriffs. They got their own little organization that's supposed to represent all the sheriffs in Alabama. They don't represent all of them, but most of them. There are only 6 states that require a permit to carry a vehicle. We think this should be changed. Another part of the law we won't change is may issue. You may ask yourself, what is may issue? Most people don't even know. May issue means, and Alabama's a may issue state, that if the sheriff doesn't want to issue you a permit, he doesn't have to. In Alabama, and in Tuscaloosa, we don't have that problem. But there are only 11 states that are considered may issue states. And these are the ones that are grouped with Alabama. And see how you like this. California is a may issue state. New York is a may issue state. Illinois, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and Delaware. None of them are from the South. What this means is the sheriff may or may not issue you a permit. It's up to his discretion. It's also the reason we have many different regulations on our pistol permits. I don't know, but you look at the back of your pistol permit, every sheriff in each county can put whatever regulation on that pistol permit that he wants. And I don't think it carries the weight of law, but still, I know that the one in Tuscaloosa County used to say you couldn't carry in an establishment that served alcohol. Well, I couldn't even carry my wife out to eat. Every place serves alcohol. But should I have to give Sheriff Sexton kudos? He did change that and said, while you're consuming alcohol, and we can agree with that fine. Another thing we have, and my daughter's here tonight too, I'm glad she's here. At age 19, she was driving to Shelton State at night for class. So when she turned 19, we went to the sheriff's office to get a permit. Guess what? He wouldn't give her one. That's the sheriff's discretion. They can set what age they want on the permit. And realistically, he can make you wait till 25 if he wanted to. And I asked him the question, why in Fayette County, those people up there have to go to Shelton State too. He issues at 19. We feel like that's unjust. It shouldn't be that way. That's the reason we need to be a shall issue state. If you meet the requirements of state law, your background checks, you'll be able to have a permit, irregardless. And Alabama law says 18. That may be a little young for some, but I'm of the opinion if you can pull a trigger for your country, you'll be able to carry a firearm.
Amen.
These non-consistent regulations are unfair and cause confusion. We have proved that the unmerited privilege given the sheriffs has kept lawful people from getting permits simply because the sheriff may not like the person applying. And if you look on our webpage, and I think it's on our webpage, if it's not, we'll get it up there. One sheriff was recorded denying an applicant a permit because he had the sheriff's opponent's name in his yard campaigning for him. And he said, oh, you'll never get a permit as long as I'm sheriff. If that's fair, I'm a rocket scientist. Okay? That wasn't in Tuscaloosa, by the way. Our right to carry weapons should not be subject to the opinion of a person, but subject to law. As long as restrictions imposed on the law are met, then the right of the people should not be affected. We are, after all, a government of laws and not of men. We must demand that the law be followed and not subject to the feelings or morality of a person we placed in authority. We people are the ones ultimately in power and can make such changes. We must remember our government works for us. Well, they're supposed to, not us for them. A part of the Alabama Code we won't change is the preemption on gun law except, I'm sorry, I've been sick all day. My mouth is like 2 cotton balls. But anyway, a part of the Alabama Code we won't change is the preemption of gun laws from any entity except the state legislature. Cities and municipalities, Northport, Tuscaloosa, get their authority from the state. And in the code of the state of Alabama, gun laws are reserved for the legislature, much like this no firearm sign, no weapon sign out here on the door. That's reserved to the state legislature, not somebody's whim here at City Hall. This means only the legislature may make laws concerning weapons. However, there is no penalty if a city decides to make a law to enforce such laws. In other words, cities can't legally make laws, but there's no punishment if they do. Many cities choose to make them anyway. Tuscaloosa would be one of those. Even after I brought it to the attention of the mayor and the city attorney. Let me share that part of the code with you and see if you can understand it. And this is section 1145-11. Subject matter of handguns reserved to the state legislature. Most of our Bama carry guys can quote this just about word for word. Power of municipality, Northport, Tuscaloosa municipality, to adopt certain ordinances, concurrent jurisdiction of municipal courts with district courts. And here's the meat and the potatoes. No incorporated municipality shall have the power to enact any ordinance, a rule or regulation which shall tax, restrict, prevent, or in any way affect the possession or ownership of handguns by the citizens of this state. Crap, how plain is that? Did we not get it? The entire subject matter of handguns is reserved to the state legislature. How hard is that to understand?
I think our forefathers called that tyranny.
That'll be real close, Ron. This section shall not be construed to limit or restrict the power of a municipality to adopt ordinance which makes the violation of a state handgun law a violation of a municipal ordinance to the same extent as other state law violations. What that basically means is the state can adopt, the municipality can adopt state laws, only the state law. They can't go any further than state law, as far as they can go.
Why does this happen?
Because we have let it happen.
Amen.
And if that's not enough, in section 1180-11, regulations of gun shows and etc., authority to bring or settle certain lawsuits reserved to the Attorney General. And it even goes further. No county or municipal corporation, instrumentality, or political subdivision thereof, in other words, nobody, by ordinance, by resolution, or other enactment, shall regulate in any manner gun shows, or the possession, the ownership, the transport, the carrying, transfer, sale, purchase, licensing, and the list goes on, or registration or use of firearms, ammunition, components of firearms, firearm dealers, and dealers in firearm components. Guys, I don't get it. What's going on here? We're slowly being gobbled up by an oppressive government that just keeps on eating and eating away at our laws just a little bit at a time. The elephant's huge, but he's missing some legs now, because they're eating it one bite at a time. If you have any questions after this meeting is over about our group, please seek out a Bama Carry member. Who's a Bama Carry? You look around, if you got any questions about anything, we'll answer some here too. You can ask one of those. They'll be glad to discuss anything about carrying a weapon. Our guys are well schooled in the law. Bama Carry members are very knowledgeable concerning Alabama's gun laws. We know where to find them and their meaning and how they apply. All that being said, I feel like I'm quite under duress here tonight because I'm not able to carry a weapon. If anybody that knows me, every time you see me, I got a weapon. And there's no doubt I do because it's hanging out in the open. I feel like that's our constitutional right. No, I don't feel like. I know that's our constitutional right. Ever since they wrote our Constitution, open carry has been legal. It's confirmed by Supreme Court decisions and it's never been touched in the Constitution of Alabama, only concealed carry. And in reality, if you dig deep enough in the law, it's really unconstitutional to even regulate concealed carry, the way our Constitution reads. In Article 26 of our Declaration of Rights, it reads, the right of an Alabama citizen to own, possess a firearm shall not be infringed. It doesn't say anything about the militia or anything like that. It says the right of the people. And in Article 36, which is right below that, it says, all of the above rights are inviolate. Somebody help me with that word. Inviolate, shall never be touched. Sir?
Out of the general powers of government.
Thank you. Thank you, Eddie.
That's our preemption law. That's what the people said.
Right. That's what the people, and it was reaffirmed in 1901 when they redid the Constitution. And that guy right there, he knows more than I ever thought about. He's forgot more than I ever do about the Constitution.
Can I say something, Eddie?
Real quick.
Every one of those states that you said that touches Alabama has provisions in their Constitution that small arms should be regulated. Alabama considered it and rejected it in the Constitutional Convention of 1901.
That's right. It was brought up for a vote to allow the legislature to actually make gun laws, and guess what? It got voted down. Never went. I think I'm pretty clear on that. Well, I regret to inform you that Danny Salter was unable to make it today, but we have a better person. He picked out somebody better, I think. We are on Philip Coleman, and I'm going to invite Philip to come up now, and Senator Beeson and Senator Allen, if y'all will come on up. Who goes first? I think the newspaper misquoted. I don't think they did. They really misquoted the article that I gave them to put in the paper. This was never intended to be an open carry type meeting, and that's what they billed out. This was supposed to be a town hall meeting where you could ask Senator Beeson, Senator Allen. I don't see Donald Bowman, but maybe he'll show up in a few minutes. Okay, hey, come on up, Daniel. I'm sorry, I missed you, buddy. And where you could ask your senators and legislators. And Alan Harper was supposed to be here, but we got our wires crossed. He's down in Montgomery, bless his heart. So if y'all will come up here and just take your place up here, you just sit anywhere you want to. And let's welcome these guys, okay?